one rock star outweighs 20 mediocre employees. And this is what people talk about when they have such an increase in success in their organization. I just was talking to my client the other day. They know that hiring one rock star business development team member can take them to X amount of revenue. They know it's the person on the front lines interacting with clients that will influence, that will generate the most money possible. Doing the right thing in the organization, they're doing good too. Without action, as we know, nothing will improve. So yes, it's on them to take the right action because again, you know your talent acquisition team might not take action.
All businesses know that recruitment is important, but then again, as we know, they kind of know it, but they don't know it. You know what I mean?
Talent strategy is business strategy. It's not something that's separate from your business strategy. Of course, I also want to re-emphasize the build, engage, close framework. After so many years of being in the corporate world and now within my own recruiting firm, this is what I've seen be successful. It's if you don't have the foundation of build and then you're not engaging in the right manner and you are not paying attention to all of the details in the close. It's like all of those nuanced details that we talked about throughout the entire book, they increase success. Even implementing one small strategy in this book, they're going to see results. It would be ideal if they can implement everything, but even taking just one or two items, implementing, executing on them, they're going to see results. Like I almost guarantee that their results will improve. Strong emphasis on the implementation, execution, how they will see improvement. The talent war and how everyone knows there's a shortage of great talent. So what is your competitive advantage in this business world when you know it's only getting harder and harder and more challenging to attract the right talent, the right people? And we all know without the right people, your success is going to be capped. That should be a huge emphasis. Your success is going to be capped. Now, going back to the framework, not to go back and forth, of course, I want it to be organized, but your advocate in the process, whether internal or external, can make or break this framework. That's a huge one that will lead them to potentially leveraging Selective Insight, leveraging my company to help them be successful. Without the strong emphasis on the advocate, someone can just look at build, engage, close and say, okay, I can implement all this. But you know it's the influence too. Human beings are wired to be influenced throughout interactions, throughout discussions. Who are the companies that are going to win? Again, they're going to realize that this is their competitive advantage, that talent strategy is business strategy, that every detail matters within the interactions. And it's, again, all about having the right people. I know I mentioned that again. One rock star, let's remind the reader that one rock star outweighs 20 mediocre employees. And this is what people talk about when they have such an increase in success in their organization. I just was talking to my client the other day. They know that hiring one rock star business development team member can take them to X amount of revenue. They know it's the person on the front lines interacting with clients that will influence, that will generate the most money possible. Doing the right thing in the organization, they're doing good too. So you have something great that you're providing, you're doing good for people, then you have the right person influencing others. That one rock star is worth it. It's about building a strong foundation for growth. And as we know, it also starts with the reader, as the reader is the leader. They're the foundation. Now, is the leader going to make a good decision to optimize their recruitment strategy, optimize who's representing their organization?
Emphasizing that it's like this all falls on the leader to take the initiative to...
They have to take the action step.
Okay.
Without action, as we know, nothing will improve. So yes, it's on them to take the right action because again, your talent acquisition team might not take action. Some might. I can't say
Okay.
all.
So
They have to kind of set the tone to take the right action to
yeah.
improve and be a winner in the talent war. They need to take action after this book, basically.
So I'm thinking they've, I would think, yeah, well, they know this already, right? But is this
Mhm.
the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, in theory, every CEO says that they know this, but we have to repeat it in the book because they say they know it, but they just don't do it. Is this just like something that a lot of business leaders kind of put on the back burner?
Or they can hand it off to someone
Right. Okay. Oh, so
and
you mean,
never
yeah,
check in. Hey, have
yeah,
we implemented this? What's our execution looking like?
got it.
Just because you hand off and delegate
Yeah.
does not mean that you don't have to monitor the early stages of it
Right.
and then have check-ins to ensure that everyone is in alignment.
Yeah. Because odds are, whoever they delegated to, unless they've read this book, your book, they don't know
Mhm.
what they're doing either, in all likelihood.
Potentially.
Yeah,
I don't want to
potentially.
say every
Sure.
blanket statement because I want to be fair to those
Yeah,
that are amazing at their job.
that's a
But
more fair
the
word, potentially.
majority, I will say, yes, need help. There's a lot of room to optimize. And they love to know that. Like leaders that are growth minded, which this book is not meant for a fixed minded leader. Now, if it can influence them,
Hmm.
amazing. I've done my job really well. But it's really meant for those that have that growth minded leadership style, that they want continuous improvement. They love to optimize. They want to have the best people in their organization. This book is not going to be for just the average organization, most likely. It's going to be those that really want to achieve excellence in their organization, really care about their people, and know the right person, the right rock star, increases momentum,
Hmm.
increases their bottom line, increases camaraderie, makes everything better, not just the bottom line as well. As we
Hmm.
know, it's not all about that. And also the quantity versus quality.
Right, right.
Super transactional if you have 1,000 resumes
Yeah.
or even 100 or even 20. The intention is why you don't want to use anyone else because we're producing results. We have your vision in mind. We are articulating it in the right manner. That's really important to someone that really is a growth-minded leader. They want to know that they're being represented in the right manner. And of course, trust is huge. There's a lot of unethical practices in recruiting, just like any partnership in business.
Hmm.
Trust is hard to come by.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
they know that at the highest level. They can smell BS they have that intuition now that they
right.
know who they cannot trust and do business with. And I've heard this from like really, really high level leaders.
Yeah. Well, so what would be an example of unethical recruitment practices?
Just not being trustworthy in the process. Like they
Yeah.
introduce candidates, they don't even have a relationship with them. And yeah, if I want to reemphasize what I'm passionate about in this conclusion, it's aligning high performing talent with high performing organizations that strive for excellence,
Hmm.
that create something great in the marketplace,
Okay.
that
That's,
are transforming how we see the world too. I think that is inspiring and I'm passionate about that. What I'm passionate about is that alignment. The
yeah.
alignment and attracting great high performers to my clients.
Okay.
That is something that does excite me because I get to see the growth and the trickle effect of everything. Oh, wow. Okay. 3 years ago, we had someone join this organization. Now they're a partner. That makes me super happy. Wow. I see the success for years.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
just right now. I see how they grow and I get to be part of the growth of the organization
yeah. Well, tell them
and the
actually.
growth of the leaders. So they are growing to be higher level leaders in the organization too,
Yeah.
which is really I'm passionate about that as well. So I do have another story that is related to pivoting professionals in the organization. one company, management consulting firm, you know, this person was in their role for maybe 2.5 years, 3 years, let's say 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they identified they had a strength that could benefit another area of the business, which was business development / sales. We could say business development. And so this person made the pivot into a market, a market where they needed help. Now, instead of hiring externally where someone doesn't know the business, doesn't understand how this company functions, the learning curve was a lot less than bringing in an external person. So think through how you can pivot your talent so you can retain them longer and they can make a bigger impact in a different part of your organization. Not sure if that flows nicely. That does help when you're pivoting your talent.
Mentioned in the last chapter, this is kind of how you're positioning yourself as not just a recruitment expert, but a strategic expert as well. We can kind of refer to that again.
Yeah, exactly. I think that should be re-emphasized to close that out. How I'm the one who's seen so many different hoods and under the hood, and can identify those gaps quickly for their organization to attract the right talent, which again has that multiplier effect. But it does start off with the strategy.
Okay.
The wrong strategy will not yield the best results. And they know that. That strategy is everything.